Back to second episode of creating your own little framework for the PHP. So last time we did was to cover the routes and a little bit portion of controllers. Today I'm going for simple view rendering for the HTML or PHP templates. So first of all, let's quickly create a folder for views to store our views, right? And also we are gonna create a folder for assets where we can keep our JS and CSS files, right? All right, so for simple, let's start simple. Let's create a view file for our home page, home.php, right? And we are gonna take something from Bootstrap, and we'll be taking some example template. I'm sorry, I'm going to documentation, and let's scale it up a little bit and go to the Jumbotron, and let's copy this out for the testing purpose. Let's take this out. Currently we don't have Bootstrap installed or copied into the assets, but let's take a start with that. So this is homepage, right? And I will name it welcome. Welcome to my homepage. All right, so we don't need anything else. Let's remove these things for now, or maybe just keep the button to go to the about page, right? Which will be, of course, index.php, and page is equal to contact. I'm sorry, not about, it's contact page we created last time. So contact us, let's name it contact us. Let me get rid of that. So this is our old template for the home page, right? So let's create a helping method in the core for the view, right? So let's come here and create a new method, view, right? And it will take a name of the view, of course, and then the data, if you want to pass some data, and that is it, right? So I'm sorry, it's not a class, it's simple PHP file. So let's say name it function, and if we want to view it, it will be, first of all, let's parse the data, and data can be, I think, yeah, it can be null as well. If you don't want to pass data, it will be null. So let's put a condition there that if data is not equal to null and is array the data, then simply for each on the data as key and value, right? And then key is equal to value. Now what this does is, this is $sign for the variable, and this key whole value inside the key, for example, if it's ABC, then ABC will become the actual local variable inside the view function, which means any template we're gonna include from view, like home.php, that variable will be accessible there. So data, whatever we pass here, will be accessible in the view. I hope it makes sense. So let's create a variable for the output, whatever we are outputting onto the screen for the view whenever we render it, and let's set the path. You can in later series I will teach you how to include the env file or the config file, centralized for these kind of things, but for now I'm just declaring a variable for the folder of views from where we're gonna pick the view files, right? Then the name of the view, whatever it is provided, we're gonna replace a technique here, just like the Laravel did. You can navigate between the directories or folders using the dot rather than the /. Actually, both will work. Dot is a little convenient and more clean, in my opinion. So I will be doing that replace thing, and then I will render the view PHP file, whatever the PHP inside that your view files, it will be rendered. Because if we just simply import the file or include the file, it will not help if if you're gonna replace anything in the future inside that file content. So I'm gonna grabbing the content. So for that, let's open dot, right, and then now include once the file, actual view files, right. So that will be directory, whichever directory we are in, which we are in the core folder and helper file. So I'm gonna go outside one directory. Now I'm in the root, and then I will place the path of the view folder, and then the name of the view folder, and then the PHP extension file. All right, so we have included the file. Let me get rid of that. Included the file, and now our output will become whatever we get in the OB. So I will say OB get click. Sorry. So we'll get all the content of the view file here in the output. So this is the rendered file. If this file uses some variable which is passing the data, it is available locally to it, and everything will be done and outputted into a text in output, right. And now you can do some replacement with it, whatever you want to play with it, but we'll be not covering that in this episode. We will be actually doing in our future episode regarding that blade syntax in Laravel, where you can put @ conditions, like for example @if $var equal to, and then and if, statements like that. We're gonna doing that inside our view files, but for right now, let's just simply output that without doing so. So I will simply return the content, echo it out to the screen, right. So for that purpose, let's return output. Whatever output we have, let's return it. So this is our view function, and now we can use this function in the controller instead of those static text last time we made. So I will call it view and name it home. Let's go to the home page, the home view. So let me quickly try it out. You see, it goes to the home page. So now in our views, whatever that homepage view was, we would like to include some HTML syntax here, right? And my framework, whatever we want to name this website, and then in body there's bootstrap HTML we just copied, right? So and now we want to include some CSS for the bootstrap, for it to work and the design to come on. And for that purpose, I will simply gonna include the bootstrap CSS min file. And to do it quickly, I already have these files downloaded locally, and I will be simply copying that to this new project. And okay, let me do it quickly. So bootstrap min CSS file, let me copy that to assets. First of all, let's create a folder called CSS, and I'm manually copying both files to the CSS folder. There we go. So 2 files came in, and let's include them real quick. And for that purpose, let me include that. By the way, we are not covering the layouts as well in this episode, and we will be doing it later for sure. So this is the bootstrap file. It will be loading, and see the home page comes like that. Now we can Control Shift S, create a duplicate of this file, Command Shift S or Control Shift F on Windows, and let's save it as contact.php file. It will have the same content and everything. I will name it as contact us page, and rather than welcome to my, okay, let's say welcome to my contact page. We'll not make a form and everything right now, and there will be a link to go back to the home page, so we see the routing is working correctly. So let's name it home, right? Let me get rid of this. Okay, so all right, perfect. So we created both routes, and now in home controller we're going to return the contact view as well. Right. All right, cool. So let's refresh again, and now when you click on this, let me just make this window bigger so you can see the URL completely. Index of PHP question mark page equal home. So we are home page. Let's click on contact page. We are contact page, and now we're back on home page, right? All right, so this is the basic routing we did today. In the future episode, we will be more streamlining these views, and maybe the layout of the app. So you have the menu in the top, and the footer and header stay consistent throughout all pages. That's it for this video. I will see you in the next episode. Thanks.